Here's the secret to social media ads that most marketers don't want to tell you. How's that for a hook, huh? The big secret that most marketers don't want to tell you, okay? When I explain to you what this secret is, it's gonna make a whole lot of sense. Now, here's the problem. Most companies out there, and I'm not saying you particularly, but a lot of companies that we've seen, they look at Facebook ads as like a leads ATM, right? You put that card in and money just pours out of the little slot there. And while that may have been the case, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, that is not the case today, right? We cannot have that expectation. Now, what most marketers want you to believe, what most marketing companies sell you on, is the fact that you can run this one weird little ad campaign that generates all these crazy awesome leads, right? And while that might work in the short term, that is not a long-term strategy. You cannot just run a bunch of ads no matter how much money you spend. You cannot just run a bunch of Facebook ads, for example, and expect amazing results consistently for the long term. It does not work like that. What you need to do is you need to have a foundation of regular content that you're putting out there every day. And it can't just be gimmicky offers or specials or promotions or discounts or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about. It's the everyday content that you're putting out there on your social media channels, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on maybe TikTok, on YouTube, on your website, that everyday content that is showing off your company, showing off your people, showing off your projects, showing off your reviews, showing off your process and why you're different, giving people educational tips on how they can make better decisions about their properties, about their situations. You're putting that content out every single day. That is your foundation. That's your fire. And then when you want to pour fuel on that fire, then you run ads. Then your ads are going to perform a whole lot better. Your ads are going to reach more people. You're going to get lower cost per lead. You're going to get more leads. You're going to get lower cost per appointment and lower cost per sale because of that foundation that you have of that everyday content. So foundation is the fire. The ads are the fuel on that fire. What happens if you just pour a bunch of fuel on the ground where there's no fire? Well, then you just have a mess. But when you have a fire and then you pour fuel on that fire, then what do you get? You get a bigger fire. If that's what you want, then that's what you got to do. You've got to build that foundation and then you pour fuel on that fire. I know I've said it a few times now. I really want to drill this point home because it's super important. I do not want to see you spend a whole bunch of money and time and energy and effort on ads without building that foundation first. In a lot of cases, you might even get what you need, as some of our clients do, with just that fire, with just that free, organic, everyday content that you're putting out there consistently. Do that for the next 90 days. I challenge you every single day and see how your business is different in the next 90 days. See what your pipeline looks like after that 90 days. You might not even need ads. They're equally as important. You cannot use Facebook ads or social media ads or even Google ads as a one-trick pony. You've got to have that foundation of the everyday content, and then you've got to pour fuel on that fire, depending on what your goals are, depending on how fast you want to go. That fuel, all it is an accelerant. You can just build that fire and you can get to your goals. It might take a little bit longer. You pour fuel on that, you're going to get to your goals a little bit faster as long as you have a good strategy. If you have a bad strategy, you have a bad foundation, you pour fuel on that, we're just going to get, more of the results that you don't want. But if you have a good strategy, you have good content, you have good offers, you have a good solid brand, and then you pour fuel on that positive thing, then that's great. You're going to grow in a positive way. So that is a big mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to social media ads. And guess what? Unfortunately, most marketers are happy to take your money and swipe that credit card and promise you amazing results with their ads, but they're not going to tell you that you need to be doing that everyday content. And that is the strategy that you need to win. So go out there and get it. I'm a little passionate, I'm a little bit fired up, I'm sweating a little bit about this topic, got the bright lights on me, but I've seen this, right? And I genuinely want you to win, whether we ever talk or not. I want you to win with your marketing, right? And this is how you do it. So go out there and get it.